Does your daily walk feel more like a wrestling match than a relaxing stroll? We have all been there. You open the front door, the fresh air hits you, and suddenly, your arm is nearly yanked out of its socket. Your dog is choking themselves, gasping for air, dragging you down the sidewalk while you try to maintain your dignity in front of the neighbors. If you are tired of being walked by your dog instead of walking with them, you are in the right place. In the next few minutes, we are going to fix that. We are going to turn that chaotic tug-of-war into a calm, loose leash walk that actually feels like bonding. Before we dive into the techniques, let's understand why this is happening. Your dog isn't trying to be dominant or naughty. They are simply excited. To them, the world outside is an explosion of smells and sights, and you are just the slow anchor holding them back. The goal of leash training isn't to force them into submission. It is to teach them that the only way they get to explore that exciting world is by keeping the leash loose. We call this loose leash walking. The visual goal is simple. The leash should look like the letter J, hanging slightly loose between you and your dog, rather than a tight, straight line. First, let's talk about gear. If your dog is a heavy puller, walking them on a flat collar can actually damage their trachea. For training, I highly recommend a front clip harness. This is different from a standard harness where the leash attaches to the back. With a front clip harness, when your dog pulls, the leash tension gently turns their body around toward you, effectively stopping their forward momentum without pain. Pair this with a standard 6-foot leash. Please ditch the retractable leash for now. Retractable leashes actually teach dogs to pull because they learn that pulling extends the line. We want to fix lengths so they can learn the boundaries. Now grab a pouch of high-value treats. I'm not talking about their dry kibble. I mean small pieces of chicken, cheese, or hot dog, something they only get during training. We are going to start this process indoors. That might sound strange, but your living room is the perfect boring environment. There are no squirrels, no other dogs, and no traffic noises. Clip the leash on your dog inside the house. Stand still. The moment your dog looks at you or the leash goes slack, say yes, or click a clicker and give them a treat right by the seam of your pants. You want to teach them that the reward zone is right next to your leg, not 3 feet ahead of you. Practice walking a few paces in your hallway. If the leash is loose, reward them. If they pull, simply stop. Once you have mastered the living room, move to the backyard or a quiet driveway. This is where we introduce the stop-and-go method, often called be a tree. This requires patience, so take a deep breath. Start walking. The second, and I mean the split second, you feel tension on the leash, stop dead in your tracks. Do not yank the dog back. Just become an immovable tree. Your dog will likely keep pulling for a moment, then look back at you confused. As soon as they create slack in the leash or step back toward you, say, yes, give a treat, and start moving again. You are teaching them a simple rule. Tight leash means we stop. Loose leash means we go. This brings us to the most difficult part of the training. The real world. When you finally hit the sidewalk or the park, the distractions will be intense. You have to be more interesting than the environment. This is why those high-value treats are crucial. Change directions frequently. If your dog is fixated on a fire hydrant ahead and starts hauling you toward it, do a sudden 180-degree turn and walk the other way. Use an excited voice to call them along. When they catch up to you, reward them heavily. This teaches your dog that they need to keep an eye on you because you might change the game at any moment. It builds engagement and focus. Consistency is the secret sauce here. You cannot let them pull on Monday because you are in a rush and then try to train them on Tuesday. If you allow pulling sometimes, you are teaching them that pulling works like a slot machine. Sometimes it pays off, so they will keep trying. Every walk is a training session until they understand the rules. If you don't have time for a training walk, play fetch in the yard to tire them out instead. A tired dog is always easier to train than a dog bursting with energy. Finally, keep your expectations realistic. If you have a high-energy breed or a puppy, a perfect heel position might take months to achieve, and that is okay. The goal is a walk that is safe and pleasant for both of you. Celebrate the small wins. Maybe today they only pulled 5 times instead of 50. That is progress. Remember, the walk is the highlight of their day. It's their time to read the P-mail and smell the news. By training them to walk on a loose leash, you are actually giving them more freedom to explore safely, without you getting frustrated. So grab that harness, load up on treats, and remember to be a tree when the tension rises. Stick with it, and soon your walks will be the best part of your day too. If you found these tips helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe or follow our page for more dog training guides. Drop a comment below and let us know what breed you are training and what your biggest struggle is. Thanks for watching and happy walking.